Hello, everybody. This is Arun Jacob, your friendly and frank licensed New Zealand immigration advisor. I like to give information and advice about moving to New Zealand on a permanent or on a temporary basis. I do a lot of work with young students. These are students from different parts of the world who are keen to come to New Zealand and study here and acquire a world-class education. And after completing the studies, some of them are also interested to get their work experience, and some of them would also like to stay back here in this country because they come here and experience New Zealand. And I believe they do fall in love with this country and they want to stay back on a more permanent basis. And yeah, I mean, it's a good thing for New Zealand as well because we have a shortage of young skilled workers. So if you're a young student who can come and prove your skills and your attitude and your knowledge and can stay back here, yeah, we would love to have you here as well. And the entire immigration system and the entire process is actually geared towards attracting young skilled migrants from different parts of the world. So a very warm welcome indeed. Now, when dealing with students coming to New Zealand, one of the most critical questions is who chooses the course for you? Do you choose the course yourself, or do you rely on an agent or on a counselor or an advisor to tell you what course to do? Now, this I think is a very, very key component of your entire experience, and because there's a huge influx of students coming from countries like India, I think it's important I speak about this aspect a little bit. Now, traditionally, what I have noticed from listening to a lot of students who come to New Zealand from India is that they were suggested a course by their agent. Uh, Now, that in itself is not a bad thing, but I'm saying, how can you leave such an important decision in the hands of a person who you've probably met for the first time, and you don't know the background of this person, or what kind of motivations he or she has to suggest a particular thing for you. So the key component of choosing what course you want has to be driven by you and not by some agent or an advisor or somebody else who doesn't know who you are or what your internal compulsions are. Now, let me give you an example. Recently, I got an email from a very young student. She had completed a Bachelor of Arts, and then she went on to do some work in film and television, and and now she's very keenly looking at. She has excellent English, and she's got a great background, and she was now coming to study in New Zealand, and she approached an agent, and the agent suggested she do a course in marketing. And then she also stumbled upon some of these videos I make and put up on YouTube and Facebook. And then she said, "Sir, I've looked at your videos and now I'm a bit confused because I don't know if my choice of doing that marketing course is correct." My first reaction was, why are you choosing a marketing course? This young lady has got a fantastic background in film and television. She is a creative person. She has done screenplays, and she has done assistant direction, and she has done helped in recruiting the cast and crew, and she's got this whole lot of experience in the creative industry. And this and now some guy who doesn't know who she is or what her future aspirations are is now suggesting that she come for a course in marketing. Why? Because there are more marketing jobs. That's apparently what was told to her. I was pretty personally involved the moment I saw that email, because I think this was such a critical and crucial moment for this young student, because if she followed that advice from this agent, she probably would have gone off on a sidetrack for the rest of her life. 21, 22 is when you need to make the right choices. So I asked her and said, but why are you looking at a marketing course, and why are you trying to chase a future marketing job that may or may not exist when your heart and soul is saying that you're a creative person? And it looks like she stopped for a moment, and she also I think paused and then said, "Yeah, I think that makes sense." I said, "Follow your heart. If you come here and study a course that you have absolutely no connect with, and you're trying to do that course just hoping because there are more jobs in that area, it doesn't make sense. You need to follow your heart. Coming to New Zealand and studying here and trying to find a job is not the end of the world. You've got to live a good life. You've got to live a life that you feel satisfied at every moment. 10 years from now, 15 years from now, 30 years from now, you should tell yourself that, hey, look, I took the right decisions and I made the right choices." So I spoke to this young girl and said, "No, I think you should pursue your creative field. You've been in it for the last 2 3 years, and now we are trying to switch to something where it doesn't make sense as far as I'm concerned. Marketing as such is not even here in our skill shortage, whereas filmmaking, because it comes under the creative industry, falls under the identified future growth area of New Zealand, along with biotechnology and information technology. Creative industries are also identified as a future growth area for New Zealand. And I said, you really must pursue this. And then we put a few options in front of her. And then, I could sense the relief in her, because somebody was telling her to follow the calling of her heart, her gut instinct, which is to be a creative person. And then she said, no, thank you so much, is it early for it? Can I get started on this right now? So we said, yeah, sure. Let's take some time and first see what are the courses available. So we put a few filmmaking courses in front of her. We put a few other creative courses, and then eventually and then she started talking to us, and then said, what are the pros and cons of this particular course, or what are the pros and cons of this particular course? Will I be able to get into a master's? So on and so forth. And then we engaged in that lovely discussion, and now it looks like she is absolutely, fine with her decision to come for the creative course. And I think that is the best decision for her, because this young person has already proven herself in this field, and New Zealand needs young creative skilled people as well. And for a marketing position, there might probably be hundreds of people competing for that position, but for a good skilled filmmakers, your competition will be 4 or 5 people when you get out into the job market. So you're actually honing a technical skill instead of getting into something a bit more generic like marketing and things like that. So if you are a person with a technical skill, with that technical bent of mind, please do not deviate from that. Do not fall prey to the words of some agent who has no clue about what he or she is saying, and will say, no, go for marketing, or go for advertising, and things like that. You follow your heart, and then you engage a good counselor like AJV and the rest of my brilliant team to discuss your decision, and then we can give you the technicalities and the legalities of what will happen after you complete that course and stuff like that. Similarly, if you have a background in information technology, or if you have a background in engineering, or if you have a background in a core technical skill, do not deviate from it, please. These agents will tell you to try and go for a course in management. They will try to tell you to go for a course in marketing. That's because, number one, they have not invested into you. They don't care. They are only bothered about sending you to a course which is easy to get into, which is quicker to process a visa, which means they can make their money faster. Because if they're trying to process a creative person, there is the requirement of a portfolio, so the admission process can take longer. The visa process might take longer. So these guys are kind of saying, why am I doing that when I can quite simply push this person into sales and marketing, and then once you get on the plane, wash their hands off you and say, I'm done with it. Instead, go with your gut instinct and talk to somebody knowledgeable like us. Talk to AJV, Migration, my company, and my set of beautiful counselors. And we will talk to you, we will engage you. Not only that, once you come here, we will also hold your hand and support you from the day you get down off that plane. And we will ensure that we support you, we work with you, we keep you motivated, we help you in as many ways as we can, so that you are then able to pursue the real path that your heart desires, and not because some guy is saying there are more jobs in that particular area, so go for that. So kindly do not deviate from what your heart is saying is the subject that matters to you most. And I think the important thing is that as far as the course is concerned, you should be driving that course decision, and not an agent or not an advisor. You drive the decision, you analyze the decision, you do the research, and just talk to good knowledgeable people like us, and then we'll tell you the technicalities. We will tell you, okay, do not choose this particular course because you may not get a post-study work visa. Instead, why don't you go for a higher level course? But the subject, that core subject, you need to choose, because otherwise I think you're giving your life away and your future away in the hands of a guy, of a person who doesn't care less about what you end up doing in the future. 15, 20, 30, 40 years down the road, you must feel happy about the decisions you made. I made the decision to become an advisor for New Zealand education and migration about 12 years back. Even today, every day I wake up and I feel extremely happy that I'm in this particular field, because I love New Zealand and I love to attract good quality people from different parts of the world to come and be here in New Zealand, to contribute to us, to make us a better country, to make us a better society. And that's my driving passion. And that's the reason we are also very keen to work with good quality students. And if you have those skills, we will help you to get onto the right track and the right path. So stay true to your calling, stay true to your heart, and do not fall prey to people who are more bothered about their commissions rather than your future. I hope that was useful, and I wish you all the very best. My team and I will look forward to helping you to come to New Zealand. And once you land here, I promise you, it's also going to be a fantastic experience for you, and you will never ever regret your decision to come to New Zealand and be part of this country and learn from this land and its people. So look forward to helping all of you. Thank you very much for your time, and please post your comments, and I'll be very happy to make some more videos.